Hey, what's up, guys? And today we're going to talk about the possibility for another winter storm next week that could bring severe weather and also the threat for a snowstorm. If you guys like the video, hit the like button. If you guys like weather, please subscribe. Other than that, let's get into it. So first, we're going to take a look at the models guidance for the next week's storm towards the end of next week and the early weekend, and what the models are starting to agree on. So first, we're going to take a look at the GFS model. This isn't the 18Z run because the 12Zs run use more data, so I like to look at those this far out. But we're going to get a little storm system here in the next couple of days, and it's going to bring some severe weather, maybe some snow, even showing some snow up down in Texas, and then bring some severe weather into Georgia and Florida in the southeast. And then you get this warm period, and here's our time frame, the 13th through the 16th of next week. So you can see this piece of energy start to come on from the west coast, and then it starts to move eastward, and the snow pretty much all stays north, but again, it's hitting some of those same spots that just got hit with the winter storm, a little bit more west to those spots, and then you can see that it brings an extremely strong line of severe storms, so it looks like a very similar look to the storm we just had that was very powerful and did cause some tornadoes in the south and brought over a foot of snow into the Midwest region. So, model guidance is really starting to agree that we are going to have a storm at the next week and the next week, and I'll show you the Euro in a minute. But I also want to just highlight that after this period, you can see that it doesn't really stop, and it looks like we're in another active pattern. But let's take a look at the Euro model and what it's showing, because it shows something a little bit different in terms of timing. So there's you have that storm system moving through. It's not quite as strong. And then here comes the storm on the 13th. So their one had it in the beginning of the 13th. This one is more towards midday the 14th and the 15th. It's a little bit later than the GFS showed, and not quite as powerful as the GFS showed. And you can see that it's a 980, but by that time it's kind of heading all out, and it still brings a severe storm, and it's showing a nice storm really for the north. And then one thing that's clear is all models are showing this extremely severe weather here in the southeast and pretty much the whole eastern U.S. So we could be dealing with another severe weather threat. And you can see that storm system gets down to a 980. So that's another extremely powerful storm that will produce blizzard conditions if a scenario like this played out. But we really don't know the details this far out. But what we can do is look at model guidance and continue to track this so you are somewhat prepared and know what's going on. So what does the Canadian say? Again, it's the 13th time frame. It kind of lines up with the GFS, and then it pretty much just brings extremely strong 971 millibar low pressure system. I don't think this is going to happen. The Canadian's crazy, but you can't rule anything out because it is 7 to 8 days out. And but the confidence for this storm system is definitely there. All models pretty much agree with it. But now what I want to do is take a look at the close range model and what we're going to see in the coming days. So here's a NAM model, and you can see that we're going to have some snow in Arizona, which is crazy to say, and moving into Texas. Looks like a pretty decent swath of snow, and then it moves. Hey, people aren't going to talk about this that much, but you're getting snow all the way down into Louisiana, and this time of year is crazy, so it just shows you how crazy this weather can really be. And then it continues to move eastward, and then it pops off a little low pressure system off the coast of Georgia and the South Carolina, and brings some rain and severe weather into the southeast. So what does the National Weather Service think? Well, for the next couple, or tomorrow, it highlights this area in Texas, Arizona, and Louisiana, very southern part. And this highlights for a 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather. And if you go to the 6 to 7 day range, which is when our storm's going to be, you can see there's not anything showing as of right now. But that is because it is that far away, and they don't really put any warnings out when it's this far away. But if you look in day 2 for tomorrow, you can see that it's really highlighting it for severe weather, 2 out of 5 risk, but a very much more wide region here. And this is going to be that storm system that moves through. And then you can see in the day 3 moves into Florida and Georgia and as it moves eastward, this moves eastward as well. So if you guys like this video, hit the like button. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time.